Hello my friends, thank you for watching my video. Today we are going to talk how you can start your own medical practice. Since you have already taken first step, you are watching this video because you want to know about how you can start your own medical practice. And of course, this is a job of physician entrepreneurs. So here are my few simple steps. The moment you start thinking about leaving your job or coming out of college, or whether your purpose is to leave a group and start your own solo practice, the first thing you need to know about what are the steps you can take and you can start your own medical practice. Here are first few simple steps. You have to remember 3 P's, and I call it a power of P because it's all about medical practice, it's about practice. So the 3 P's I will be talking about today is, the first is the purpose. You have to find what is the purpose, what is the very well-defined purpose you have in your mind. Why do you want to start your medical practice? The purpose should be very clearly defined, and of course, the first and foremost purpose is the delivery of the care. And if you have a delivery of the care clearly in your mind that you can do a better delivery of care just by having your own practice, this is absolutely a very, very noble thought. So with that, the another purpose you want to find out is, when you decide about the name of the medical practice, what should be the branding? What is the purpose behind giving a brand or creating a brand for a long term, not for a short term? I will give you an example. So if you start your own practice and name it Dr.ABC's Clinic, well, it is okay if you continue, if your purpose is just to keep it a solo practice, and if you want to be the owner for the practice until you want to retire at some point, this is not a bad idea. But at the same time, if you have something in your mind and if you want to grow and scale your business and you want other partners to join your practice in future, then you definitely don't want to create a name which is tied to your last name. You want to create a name which defines the mission of your purpose. And if the mission of your purpose is, so another example is, if you want to cater to a certain population of a 10-mile radius, so if you want to give a name like a Tampa Bay Medical Family Clinic or a Florida Medical Clinic or something which is tied to the local population, that gives a better branding and it creates a purpose, and it also creates a mission behind giving a name to your medical practice as a business. So that's a wonderful, it's not a bad idea to give a name to your medical practice based on the geography or based on the mission of your practice. The second P you want to talk about is the partners. Partners, I don't mean by hiring a partner from the day one in your medical practice. Partner means people who would help you in building your practice from the day one. And that includes people, that includes vendors, that includes partners who would help you in running the business day-to-day operations from the day one. This is very important task, and I absolutely want you to take an active role in picking the right partners for your medical practice for first 2 years. Why I say first 2 years? Because most mistakes happen in first 90 days, and then the first year, when you start creating your Medicare application, when you start creating a tax ID for your name, talk to your CPA, because that's the first thing you do. You go to your CPA and say, hey, I want to start a new company, what should I do? And then you basically go by what he gives you in advice. But based on my experience, I suggest you ask your CPA to explore few ideas, what you have in your mind, and tell him, this is my idea and I want to set up a corporation based on that. After that, when you find a biller or you find a partner who knows billing very well, these are the things you want to know. You want to know what kind of practice you are going to do. Are you going to do an in-network practice or out-of-network practice? Because this is a fundamental question. If you are going to work in the hospital primarily, and your 70–80% patient population is going to be the hospital only, you really don't need to worry about credentialing too much. So these are the things these are the questions you would have in your mind when you would start your practice. Who would do your credentialing? And if the credentialing is, and if you are starting a medical practice where 70 to 80% patient population would be seen in the office, then of course credentialing is a key proposition in this whole equation. So you want to talk to your biller or talk to the billing company or whoever you interview to be partnered with for first year, because it will take anywhere between 90 days to a year to do your complete credentialing work. Doesn't matter whether you come as a solo doctor or you come as a group, you have to have your own Medicare ID. You have to apply for a new Medicare ID as soon as you incorporate a new tax ID. You have to apply or do a change of address for other insurances. So even if you are coming from an existing group, it is not just like we have to notify the insurance companies and they will change your contracts from a group to the solo. It will not happen like that. You have to have new contracts every time you go and you make any changes in your medical practice. So with that, I would leave you with the third P. So first is, I explained to you, is a purpose. Second is your partners. And third and most important P is process. How would you define your process to scale your practice in future? And the process includes the selection of your EMR, selection of the practice management system. How would you practice? Do you want to practice absolutely a digital medical practice, or you want to keep paper in your practice? What would be the process of patient check-in, patient check-out, develop some financial policies for the patients? So all of those management skill set is required when you start a medical practice. So I would take you, I would keep this session or episode just for these three P's, and I hope that you would come back with some questions you have in your mind, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.